learn a little bit about testing, and I will go on and do a little bit of testing and coding on Node.js. I have a small API application that I'm running a little bit of running a little bit of experiments on. So hopefully we can learn a little bit of things together. I will just make sure that I invite a little bit of people here, or at least make people aware of that I am online. I cross-post this on a Slack for a community called Agile Ventures, also to my students at Craft Academy. Not that I think anybody at Craft Academy is actually gonna be joining us. That would be a bit of a surprise if anyone would be online on a Saturday night, 8:30 p.m. I do not expect many visitors tonight, but who knows? I still gonna do this, so I might as well to set this up. Now I'm just gonna try to get my audio from my playlist to work. Yeah, there we go. That should be okay now. So anyway, Sequelize, Node.js API, Sequelize, and then testing that in Mocha and Chai. And I see that there is actually a user called Mark that asked about some Node.js. I will be doing some Node.js coding on who are interested. Right. The coding and testing on Twitch. Right, here we go. So what do we have here? Have a small little application. If I have, yeah, this is something I worked on earlier today. I can close this without any reasons done, and I can open up in my code editor, and for some here good stuff. What do we got here? We have a user spec, and we have yeah, so we have a test for a factory. Yeah, and I remember that we were kind of struggling last time with the set lectures and get lectures. There's an association between the user, which is subject here, and so the user class is associated with a lecture class, which basically means that a user a user has many lectures. Right. A user has many. and we have issues with associating right, none of this worked, so we can remove that. We had issues with associating the lecture with the user that we are testing. So for instance here, one would say that this should actually kind of pass for us, because what we're doing is say that we have that we think we need to. So here I'm saying subject add the lecture, and then if there is a lecture that has been added and I am creating a lecture here using the factory, then one would think that if subject count lectures, then that should equal 1. But this one is not passing, it's actually failing. That we're probably doing something really wrong, not correct. Right. Also, another thing that bugs me, there are a lot of things that I'm fairly new at testing JavaScript or Node.js applications, especially Node.js apps that are using the Sequelize ORM. But one thing that is kind of bugging me here is all this output in the terminal. And I was under the impression that in my configuration of controller of the database saying logging false, but I don't even know if we are in test or not. Get this. Well, did that kind of silent it? Right, it did, which is really weird, because then this means that we are not really in test environment. I know it's failing, but it's not that word. But rather setting in launch JSON. So this args is not, this is not kicking in. Not kicking in. Let's have a look at that. So we need to figure this stuff out. So we're gonna need browser. I'm gonna say Mocha tests in VS Code. Right, run Mocha tests in Mocha sidebar. Type or select Mocha run alt test. Testing run TypeScript Mocha debugging Mocha. Let's have a look at how old is from June 20. Yeah. Config or fix launch. So right, saying args dot slow require best for setup. This is not what I am looking. Not at all. Not at all. I want to know, like, okay, let's go. Like the not args, but Mocha test. Runtime arms. What, how old is this? Oh, this is from 2008. Okay, so this looks good. Effect B. Console integrated terminal. Never integrated. Oh yeah, that's thing program. Wesley. We don't have that. West, yeah, we. So why would this be runtime args? Right. Let's see if we can set this up again. So control. Right. So how about we? Oops. What happened? Add configuration. Say node Mocha test. But it's still using args. X. Okay, yeah. All right. But node internal. Huh. Why didn't we? Something. Why don't we? Why isn't this visible? Oh, there it is. Right. Before E. That sucks. Quite a lot. That sucks. We're obviously not loading the whole thing. Have a look at the launch. I feel like I need to set this up some. Or just Mocha bin, right? Called yeah, so I can just copy the config. Right. There are some environmental variables passing in. Right, so I think that's the problem. Not a problem. Not. This is not feeding these envars. I know that I've set this up, but anyway, why would be for each? That's weird. But I can run it like this. What's the difference? What is the difference? Yeah. Right, so we have this. Have the keep file. That's the difference. Keep common thing. Run it now. Still the same. Open session. Then a console. I would. But we're doing the same thing. Let's remove. Oh, so that worked. Okay, so that's the one to use. Okay. Setting. What is that? Fun, simple. Fun. Fun and simple. Fun and simple. Yes, well, it's not that fun. Trust me. It's actually not fun at all. Kind of boring. Not fun. Last thing it is fun. That last thing. Writing fun. That. Setup TDD. Yeah. Thing. This automate. Oh, don't give me that. I really don't feel like paying money to read blogs. I'm not gonna. I don't know what you're. I'm. Yeah. Global Mocha, save the Mocha. We have all of this. This is assert equal, not use assert. Set of scripts. Have that. Actually, we know that. Know that. Sampling. We don't use assert like correct statement. Try instead. So this is not really relevant for me. And books, understanding. Might need to execute for code or after. Okay, before each, after each. It's nothing. Out to the managing. Yes. We have a describe block. We have the only. Okay, that's one next. The only, which basically Right. Right, we know that as well. And it wasn't thought with try. So go through. Oh, the domain. Got my yeah. Should. Right, I do not use the should not expect. I don't, you know, the format of messages. I always say expected, go mistakes expected, station, test promise. Right. Yan yan. Right, but that's not what I want. Okay, so let's just say VS Code launch env. Primary variables like launch sheet. Exactly. Used to be a problem with the variables in Windows. That's all from 2000. So this is the. I need to have one called environment. This is from 2000. Oh, it's edited on name. Okay, I got it. So you know what? I can get rid of this. Let's just work with this thing. So we do env. Called env or env? Let's try env. Let's try this. Oh, it's an array. Let's try that. That didn't fly. Why not? Because it takes an object. Let's say environment. Now he's complaining about that. It's not allowed. Okay. So how about try this then? Ugh. Come on up. So I would say env. Because it's a type of node. Oh, so is that because this is a node type? I would now say no. You don't. Come on, don't mess around with it too much. I know that I've used it at some point. Check one of my old projects. I know that I've used called JS Advanced Kit. JS. My own profile. Say by February. Launch. Oh, here I used the same thing. But it was type of node. It wasn't the PVA. So try that. It doesn't help me at all. Could this particular search of code AP. How about let's do launch, not all. Really search for. I know that I've used end setting. Apparently I did not. Really? Program, here it is. Here we're using. Oh, that's the way you. That's the way you do it. Right. Yes. It's all coming back to me now. Yes. That's good. That's kind of good. Kind of good. It's kind of back to me slowly. Because we need to pass. But then again, this guy's settings here are a bit weird, because when I tried to add a key that was called environment, I got an error warning that this was available or allowed. That's a bit of a bummer, but now that I know that this should be called this, I want to tell my test runner that I'm in the test environment, and I also to stick my head in the sand. Let's stick our head in the sand and silence all that how you say it? Head in the sand and silence all warnings. Yeah, I guess. Anyway, so this actually turns off all the warnings that we are dealing with here. So hopefully I run this, I will get. Oh, I'm still getting the. Should be island. Oh, I thought that was it. Let's put. Still getting. But I was really under the that this would not. Should be. But. I really find NodeJS and Mocha a bit annoying. Say that. What else did I do? Mocha workspace, integrated terminal. This is exactly the. And we are not just running the file. But what else do I have in my. I had something else packaging. So for if anybody watches the recording and wonders what the F I'm doing, and that is that, like, I would love to be able to run my tests properly inside of VS Code, because if I do, then I can set breakpoints, I can debug my code much easier than I can do when I'm running my tests from a terminal. So that's exactly what I'm doing. No env test, no warnings. Hero. Or what? I'm not finding test file. Matching pattern. But in my packaging, I'm find pattern. And also like this find space. Yeah, well, that didn't. Get out of here. What if I don't have anything? But right. Yes, we need to tell it that it's X. This should do it. My opinion. I'm really not sure about it. If I just say X, that's the. Yeah, that's the. Okay. And you there. That just the test that is being done, or oh, this is the command that is being. Okay. That's not. Okay, cool. I silent all the warnings and I have this set up. A very. I kind of like this. I will never forget this one again, because now I know how to set this environment, and now we're using the proper settings, which means that if I go to my config.json, I can if I set logging true here, then I will see more of a verbose output of SQL. Oh, now we got a lot of warnings. What did I do now? What's CD? What are you talking about? Yeah, you see, are actually yeah, update lecture, let use ID 1, where ID so this so setting up, you know, and enabling the logging can allow me to execute, to read through the SQL code that Sequelize is you know, reading for us. That is actually not that bad, but I am select count from, so it could be that I have, could that be that I'm doing things in the wrong order somehow? Let's have a look at it. Ignore that. Spec that history before we are creating the subject of lectures. That's good. And then this one. Let's set a a breakpoint here, and let's run this. Right. So at this stage, for creating drop table if lectures, create table. So Sequelize is populating database with tables and so on. Select as name, but that's just some internal stuff, right? So if I execute this command now and step forward, right? Executing update lectures set your ID updated that with right. So it did update that. Right. So one would think, because if I execute this now, I console. Oh, this. Oh, this is the same thing. Okay. Execute default update like that's the same thing. All right. So if I try to run this, this only returns a promise. Cannot execute that. So I know that there is a way to execute function console. Execute async function rep. Node REPL with async and wait. So we can say async. Node experimental REPL await. Yeah. And let's async function async. Right. But I should be right. This is what so parentheses async, then a callback, and then a console log. Right. So let's try that. Async and then a callback, and then console.log console log subject count lecture. Count lecture. That would be end of thing. And what was he? Oh, he just added what? Why would I have another just empty parenthesis? Arrow. Right, but I guess okay. Right. Undefined. They get lecture. Yes, of course. Say await. Why would that be pending? I right. Thank you for sharing my struggle. Let's rewrite this then. Let's rewrite. Async this. So let count picture subject. Then I just console log right. Why would that? Oh, so now we okay. Now we just okay. So now I know what the parentheses evoke the actual function. Really, like effing nonsense. Let's do count. Then we just say count lectures. Count like say count. Ending. Fulfilled and defined. Okay, there's a okay. Let's do another thing then. Let's do SQL Postgres, and then we say connect to what was the next phase? Called my test API test. All right. So select everything from lecture. 0 rows. Really? Well, and if we just do select everything from there's 0 rows here. Well, and if we just do development, same thing. Same thing here. There's nothing in B. Although set user I one. Execute that insert into learning or execute. Must be something wrong. But in like if we say subject, you see subject is actually a user, and we get record false. And subject, so what subject dot ID returns 1, and you can get the first name and everything. Kalle, have one. Anyone watching has my pain. Okay, but I do understand why people are put off from you know, writing as this is supposed to happen. I'm just slow in my brain. Or what? I've been at it for 50 minutes. I still can't get this. If I step forward, and I just, but it's not. Call back. Say say and now he executes. Oh. Okay. So does this mean that I have something in the database? No. Totally empty. Totally. Totally. Right. Yeah, so that sucks. Right. Why would so we are apparently interacting with some sort of database somewhere. here, empty here. Right. But we add lecture, add lecture, add lecture. What if we just try to execute this command? Right. What sort of code run? Add lecture. And then, oh, I need to run the save. Oh. Nothing. Just lectures. Right. Right, so just add this. Have like I'll right. 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 What a shit. What a shithole I dug for my. And I also misspelled the read. Because why not? Okay, let's back to the drawing board. What did we tested right in specs? First of all, let's have a look at the model author. Yeah, so we use author init. We're not using class definition here, but I'm using. But then again, I'm simply not writing any models. Right. The factory thing interesting. factory? No, not at all. Thing. No. The only thing we did wrote here was and back we. Yeah, because right. Right, so could in principle run one experiment actually. Let's just say right, create lecture. Then I say user ID subject. That helps us. Really, nothing is happening. Come on, give me a damn break. Some background noise coming through my headphone. Okay. All right. So add associated creating relations. Add associated fetching associated data with allow null false. Okay, venues and shows. And that belongs to okay. Hasman. How do we fetch that? Find one. Okay, so I shouldn't do right. So console count. Because it is create table timestamp times all that in. But why are we dropping them? If we are executing this, then we are dropping the table. Then we again. Dropping this again. We are creating. So what if we just out and we here. Stop this, and then now we're in here. Does that mean that I actually have? Yay! Progress, people, progress. Okay. Okay. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What do you know? Oh, great. So, just now, subject count lectures, console account. Get shit out of that. Very. Why didn't I even? Oh wait. From spending. Why aren't you? On the before E, we have to do. Like if I really. Oh, let's just. Run this. Right, so okay, so now I can silent. Actually, I actually made some progress tonight, folks. That's encouraging. A bit encouraging. Where's my config? That is. Right. Okay. Getting somewhere. Actually, so let's see if I don't pass this, and then I just try to get this, add lectures. I want to do this instead. So I don't hard code this. I just create the lecture and then I associate it. That and did. Wow. All right. Okay. And so this that I could is expected to include the to include. So we could say expect wait subject get pictures. Include. Can we say that? But it's gonna say function. Run this. Progress. Right. Expected array 1. But it got okay, so that collection will collect is equal to this, and then we just say what it is, and we can breakpoint. This is why we want to be able to run those tests properly in our VS Code, because we can set those red dots, full red dots all over the place, and then stop text. And of course, if we just don't misspell our stuff, then let's have a look at collection, and it's a lecture, and we do have a motherfucking lecture. Boom, 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 boom. Right. Did I say deep include? Because it's an array, right? No, it is not an array. It's not an array. Or is it an array? No, yeah. It is an array. Which is what it's supposed to be. Because we should get a collection of lecture. Right. Let's. And is failing. Right. So how can we? Right. So. Come on. And then we nested not all. Have member. Have deep member. Right. Try that to have deep targeted strictly. Have let's try then that. Oh, looky. Really? I understand that the user ID is set to null. But I don't understand the updated ads. Actually. So that's a bit, huh? That's a little bit bummer. Why would that be 810Z and this one is 6? And also, if I do add lecture, then that's weird. Huh? Okej. Okay. Då avslutar jag här. Jag har 5 minuter. Okay. Ciao, ciao. But also, so if we set this one like we did before, means user, well, user ID, then subject dot ID, and then comment it out. Right. This new record. So if we just await lecture, save. Oh, Tom, where are you making? Because it's a new record. Kinda got everything. Still new record. Telling me the record to have the, let's just run this then. Getting this. Have the no, so check. Let's run. Right, so lecture is record. This one is false. Collection 0 is new record. Also false. Okay. So what is expected? So I don't understand. I don't understand that. They still saying that it has a new, and this, wow. Wow. Oh. Right. Like if we just do title, we just say, right. So I think I can make this pass by title, a lecture on right, and so I like right. So one would say that page will a lecture kind of, yeah. So it is actually added but it doesn't kind of fix all of our problems in any way. And for the brave souls that made it this far in this stream, I gotta tell you that I mean the lesson learned here, or it's actually a lesson we learned, that figuring out a good flow to work with these kind of tests while developing your software is extremely tedious and hard if there is no clear strategy on how you can do that and what you can or should test. No, I know what I should test. It's not that, but what I'm able to do. And I know that the work that I put down into this now will pay off later on at some point, but doesn't feel very encouraging, you know, because it's really hard kind of things. But I'm glad that I made this I'm glad that I made this progress, that I used my factory girl, or my factory in my for each block, that I spotted that instead of doing it in before block, I can do it in a before each. There's a significant difference to actually execute before I run every it block. And I'm also grateful for the logger on Sequelize, that I can enable the logging, so I can dive into and read through some SQL code that Sequelize is creating for us. So that was good. I'm desperately trying to find some good things with a session like this. Not that easy. But the fight must go on, right? And we can't give up. I come from a different world of Ruby on Rails, and in Ruby and RSpec, and also Minitest, of course, we have a complete difference. I have factory bot, and I have like shooter matchers. Extensions are pretty awesome, but seems I have cracked a few, and I have 10 tests of varied quality. have a valid factory expected call. Right. Now. And then in my lecture spec, I will test this from the other way around. Right, so in my test suite now, since I'm building an API, I am unit testing the user class at this point. And I am testing a dummy endpoint. So I didn't build an endpoint yet. But yeah, all right. Let's see if we do status, add this. Oh shoot. Add this, git test us. Sequelize. SQL. And for your information, want to know more about the matchers I'm using Chai for matchers. So Chai here, and if anybody is curious about Sequelize, Sequelize is an ORM, which is like a layer between our application and the database that we're using. We do not have to, among other things, we do not have to write our own SQL code, and we don't have to create the database structure and all of that. We can rely on Sequelize doing it for us. As you saw, I was actually at some point logged into the SQL console, checking things out like that. I am not overly happy with this documentation, but it's definitely worth checking out, and it's worth using it. Definitely, even if this is a hard sell, because I can clearly see I'm struggling a lot with setting up a good workflow. This library, I would still argue that it is, despite being a hard environment to get to know and get really productive in, still better than writing your own queries and setting up your database tables and all the association. Anyway, I will wish you a fantastic night. Remember, stay safe, wash your hands, stay healthy, and whoever you pray to at night, hope that you looks after you, makes you happy. And coding makes me happy most of the time. That's why I these things and why I share my battle. Stay cool. Cheers.